Jussie Smollet has been found guilty on nearly all charges for staging a hoax hate crime.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, the long epic tale of Jussie Smollett. This is a story I covered way back when this obvious hoax was committed in 2019. Here on the Daily Mail, Empire actor Jussie Smollett is convicted of orchestrating a 2019 fake racist, and homophobic attack with the help of two Nigerian brothers to boost his career. He's free for now, but faces up to 20 years in prison. Woo-wee! A lot of people called out the results of this trial, and I'm happy to say that we're finally here. And you know, a lot of us early on said this is obviously fake, and people like Nancy Pelosi were going out on social media saying, "We're so sorry this happened in America. Conservatives are evil." It's like, yeah, no, it was fake. It was obviously fake. So we're going to talk about this story, folks. He was convicted at a 5 out of 6 counts. We're going to discuss exactly what counts he's being charged with, talk about the legal implications of this case, and the absolute devastation of Democrat cities. But before we do, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for updates for future content, and if you like my content, please share these videos. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Portland Occupied Zone is a semi-cooperative board game where you and up to 7 other players role-play as slacker activists trying to bring about socialist revolution in Portland's Fantasy Hawthorne district. Occupy local businesses, loot them, burn them down, and then loot them again.
So as you can see, the game is clearly amazing. It's going to be a tabletop game. It's got figurines, it's got cards, it's got all sorts of stuff. Join the Indiegogo campaign by clicking on the affiliate link down below. And we're back. So let's just jump right into it, folks. Here the story says, Jussie Smollett has been convicted of faking a racist and homophobic hate crime and faces up to 24 years in jail for staging the crime and concocting a ridiculous story. The former Empire TV star stood rigid and showed no emotion as the guilty verdicts on 5 of the 6 counts of disorderly conduct were read out in the Chicago courtroom by Judge James Lynn. Judge Lynn appealed against court outburst, adding, quote, "I understand how emotional this has been for everybody." After they were delivered, he said, quote, "You can tell by the tension in this courtroom that so much was at stake." Now, I don't know much about Judge Lynn. I don't know if he's saying this against the outbursts in the courtroom or if he's doing it in support of Jussie Smollett. What exactly does he mean? I have no idea because as far as I can tell, the only thing that was at stake was whether or not we are going to punish people who commit these hoaxes. So each level of the 4 felony counts, felony counts, Smollett has been convicted of carries a sentence of up to 4 years behind bars. He's got no prior convictions, but his decision to deny the charges and present an unconvincing and ultimately unsuccessful defense of jurors means that a judge is more likely to give him a harsher sentence. He's screwed. Now, one of the things we really need to talk about regarding this case is how blindly the Democrats, like Nancy Pelosi, Michelle Obama, and other famous notable figures, stoked racial tension and pushed this hoax. Here in a following tweet from Nancy Pelosi, posted on January in 2019, Nancy Pelosi says, quote, "The racist, homophobic attack on @Jussie Smollett is an affront to our humanity. No one should be attacked for who they are or whom they love. I pray that Jussie has a speedy recovery and that justice is served. May we all commit to ending this hate once and for all. Honk, honk." Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, maybe Nancy Pelosi didn't know that this was fake at the time. I'm not going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Nancy Pelosi has a long history of stoking tensions. She literally said on record, more people should be rioting, more people should be quote-unquote protesting, basically contributing to often deadly riots committed by left-wing activists like BLM and Antifa. That's the kind of person that Nancy Pelosi is. These people are, I honestly think they have evil in their hearts. And you can see celebrity after celebrity saying the same thing. What happened to Jussie Smollett was horrible, and this is outrageous. This is heartbreaking. Even Tulsi Gabbard had in my opinion, a bad take. saying that this is so heartbreaking, you're not alone, we must condemn bigotry. It's like it was a fake story. It was obvious. But what this really is another example of the lies. Anything that Democrats say cannot be trusted, because these people don't operate on evidence. When the evidence came out that nothing about Jussie Smollett's story actually added up, do you think that Democrats actually retracted what they said? Do you think they actually changed their minds? No, they doubled down and they said there's no way that Smollett is lying because MAGA people are bad. That's all this is about. A narrative. They don't care about what actually happened. I want to show you this story. Exclusive. Thrown back out on the streets in Mayor de Blasio's New York. A mentally ill, homeless arsonist, 49 years old, who set a fire to a Fox News Christmas tree, has been released from custody one day after being arrested on no bail charges. So folks, there was a man, and this is a story that happened over the past few days. There was a man, Craig Tamanaha, who burned down a Christmas tree. A lot of people at the time were saying this was yet another example of Democrats and their war on Christmas. Now, I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure that Democrats really do hate Christmas and everything America stands for. But regardless of why he burned down the tree, I mean, yeah, it was terrible. It was a terrible thing. But the fact of the matter is, he was let back out on the street. What is he going to burn down next time? What if he burns down a building? What if he burns down a hospital? Are the Democrats going to let him back out on the street? This is exactly how the Democrats run their cities. So here the story says, the homeless man who set fire to the Fox News tree on Tuesday is already back out on the streets a day after being arrested because the charges he was slapped with were so low they did not require bond. Craig Tamanaha, 49, was taken into custody in New York City shortly after midnight on Wednesday morning for setting fire to the tree. This is outside the News Corporation's HQ in Times Square. Now the police are saying this was not a political attack, saying that the homeless man targeted the tree at random, climbing it as Fox News staffers watched as he set it ablaze. Yeah, he was charged with 6 counts of arson, reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, and criminal trespassing. But because of New York's soft bail limits, he walked free. All charges are misdemeanors, meaning the judge couldn't set bail. So I wonder what he's going to burn down next. This is a guy who's a repeat criminal. He has many past crimes, and his own father says that he's mentally ill and cannot be controlled. But he's out on the streets, exposed to your children, to your loved ones, to your families, if you live in these cities. Now, I don't know about you, but I would never want to live in one of these crime-ridden shitholes. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I call a Democrat-run city a crime-ridden shithole? I'll say it again. Crime-ridden poop hole. Why do you think the Democrats are constantly pushing the racial division? It's because they want to distract us from the real problems. What about the crime wave? What about rising inflation? What about the homeless problem? None of it is being addressed. None of it. Meanwhile, they're spending all of their energy saying Americans need to get a 3rd COVID shot and a 4th booster shot. CEO Pfizer saying that Americans need to get the next booster number 4. Yeah, I think we all see where this is going. Just keep going and going and going. This shit is never going to end until people decide to rise up. Don't elect these Democrats who are going to install tyranny, who are going to let criminals walk free, who are going to push hoax hate crimes. This is about more than politics, people. It's about freedom. Do you want to live in a world where you have to be afraid to walk on the street, where people can make fake accusations, stoking racial division that's going to end in riots, where the Democrat governor and the Democrat court system are going to allow criminals to walk free? No. No. That's not a world I want to live in, folks. That is why Jussie Smollett getting convicted is a wonderful piece of news. This is at least one victory against the Marxist gestalt that is currently destroying our American nation and the entire world. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know by commenting down below. As always, support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar. This channel is supported by viewers like you. If you want to donate, check out my donor box page or send me crypto. Links and addresses are down below. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.